All right, here's coming at you with Chapter 7. Colback led Fred to the back of the store. Oh, this one's called Fractions, sorry. Colback led Fred to the back of the store. Here it is, Colback told Fred. It's the bicycle of your dreams. Ain't she pretty? And it's all wrapped up and ready to go. And the best part is the price. It's only $1,600. Fred gulped. He thought to himself, that's almost 5 months of savings for me. But I really need a bike. Fred nodded. He was going to buy it. He took out his kitten's bank checkbook. Colback said, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I need to check on something in the back room. He dashed into the back room and phoned a friend who worked at the bank. Here's a tape recording of their conversation. Colback, let me speak to Lester Snow. Snow? Yeah, this is him. Colback, I've got another sucker here. How much does he have in his checking account? Snow, what's his name? Colback, I don't know. I'll be back in a minute. Colback rushed back out and said, hey kid, what's your name? Fred smiled. He was happy that Mr. Colback was taking such a personal interest in him. My name is Fred Gauss. It rhymes with house. Colback dashed into the back room again. Colback, the kid says his name is Fred Gauss. Ever heard of him? Oh, and at the bottom, sorry, there were footnotes, and it says, it's more polite to say, may I please speak to Lester Snow? And another footnote that says, I know you wince when you read such poor English. It would never occur to Snow to say, yes, this is he. Wince means to tense up from pain. Okay, so here's Snow and Colback still talking. He asks if he had ever heard of him, and Snow says, wow, he's the famous kid who teaches math at the university. Everyone knows about Fred Gauss. He's such a lovable guy. Colback says, okay, cut out the sweet talk. How much does he have in his bank account? Snow says, you know I'm not supposed to tell you this. Oh, and then there's a footnote under that. What they are doing is nefarious. This means very wicked. Colback says, look, Lester, I pay you good money each month for this information. What's the number? And Snow said, Fred has $1,935.06 in his checking account. Smiling, Colback walked out and said, well, Fred Gauss, it looks like we have a deal. Fred began to write a check. So he's got it written out here to C.C. Colback Bicycles. Don't forget, said Colback, there's sales tax and other stuff. The total comes to $1,935.06. Fred thought, how lucky I am. If it had been a penny more, I wouldn't have been able to buy this bike. He finished writing the check and handed it to Colback. Colback grinned and said, I'll get the bike shipped over to you by campus mail. It'll be there before you get back to your office. For once, Colback had said something that was true. The campus mail system at Kenton's University is very fast. There are mailboxes on every corner, and whenever anyone puts anything in the mailbox, a light on the top of the box lights up. A campus mailman comes and picks it up and rushes to deliver it. The motto for the Kenton's University mail system is, we're faster than email. After Fred left the store, Colback put the bicycle box into the mailbox. Then he headed back to his store and closed it. He closed it permanently. There was no more bicycle store. Fred was whistling as he walked home. He was dreaming about all the places he would ride his bike. At first he thought he would ride it half of the time to class and half of the time to the library. A perfectly balanced life of riding my bike, 2 equal parts, half the time riding to class and half the time riding to the library. Oh, so he shows the fractions of half, which you guys know half and half makes a whole. Oh, I almost forgot, I want to ride my bike in the park and to Betty's house. 4 equal parts. Each part is 1/4 of the whole. 1/4 of the time, Fred planned to ride in the park. There you go. So 1/4 to the park, to class, to the library, and to Betty. So there's all his 1/4 equal parts. Okay, and then it's time for questions for you guys. End that video, and I'll be back with Chapter 8, Comparing Fractions.